first question is from Ian. Ian is asking why everything exists. Just go just starting with a question that is just very simple, not basically asking me to come up with the answer for what people have been wondering about since Plato, or actually before, but okay, why everything exists? Okay, so first I have some answers to this, obviously, because how could I not? But the best answer to this, I have multiple answers, okay? But the first answer is we don't know, okay? We have no idea, okay? So here's the thing. It actually also depends on what do you mean by why everything exists? Or like, is the question why is there something rather than nothing? Because that's how I'm interpreting it. Right? Music guy singing Iron. Is that what is that what you guys getting? So Iron is asking why everything exists. All right. So the way I want to answer this is, if we're answering the question, why is there, okay, first of all, if there is anything, okay, then there should be everything, obviously, right? Well, because if you have the potential for being, then all things that are possible to be seems like they have to be. Right? There's nothing if there's nothing prohibiting from something from being, then it has to be in one way or another, in this universe or another, right? So basically, our understanding of the world right now seems to be that the more harder question to ask would have been, how could there have been nothing, given that there could be something, right? Like, I think if you can't, but if you could peek behind the veil in which is our perception, which is impossible, because the veil that is our perception is also the tool of perception. Like, you can't remove the veil when the veil is the tool in which you perceive the universe, right? If you ever change the way we perceive the universe with another way to perceive the universe, with another tool, another form of perception, you still can't get rid of the veil, because now you're using a different tool, and that tool will become the veil. So removing the veil of perception is impossible, because you need a tool to perceive the universe, and that tool will always become your veil. So, but if you could peek behind the veil, which is basically self-contradictory, you might see that the question that would be impossible to answer would have been, how could there be nothing? Because given infinite chances, given infinite potentials, right? Then first we could say, if there's potential for being, then infinite chances of there being something will mean that anything that can be would be, and that would be like infinite universes where every single potential would be exhausted. But also, if you have infinite chances, like, so if we went up said once, there's two questions here, okay? Why is everything? Why is there's everything? Okay. Yeah, actually, Ian is asking the easier question. Why is there everything? That has been, I think, pretty much answered, because if there is being, then there should be everything, okay? Every potential needs to be exhausted. But the harder question is, why is there anything? Okay, so Ian's question is, why everything exists? So why is there everything? But the harder question to answer is, why is there anything? And that could also be seen is that in my view, okay, and this could be completely wrong, is that infinite potentials also exhausts every single scenario that there was nothing. Like people say, like, why is there something rather than nothing? I'm like, well, you don't know that there was nothing. Maybe like all the potentials of there being nothing has also been exhausted, right? Like if you have infinite potentials, that also includes potentials of nothing. So there were saying there are infinite number of universes. You could also say there were also infinite universes that don't exist because there were potentials of expressions of nothingness. And another way of saying, like, well, those are universes that just didn't happen, right? So if you have infinite potentials, all the people saying, why is there something rather than nothing? Well, there was nothing. There are infinite universes that were nothing, so that didn't exist. So that potential has also been exhausted, right? So another way to ask yourself this question is like, if a universe can be, why wouldn't it be? Why would it not be? So that's another way to look at it. Okay. So that goes Ian's questions. Now let's answer. By the way, you're welcome for me solving what philosophers have been struggling for ages. You could like, now everybody could put that to rest. Yeah. This is my service to humanity.
Hey guys, if you're a fan of Blasphemy and Sexy Callie, like me, then you need to be sure to subscribe to our newsletter, link in the description below. Because if you subscribe, we will send you a free copy of our Blasphemous Art ebook. And let me tell you, it is the tastiest blasphemy that you can find anywhere available today. And we are so generous with our blasphemy that we continue to send you more blasphemy every week. So make sure to subscribe, link in the description below.